Did you know that on average, Australian women will retire with $136,000 less in their super fund than men? But because of the magic of compound interest, here are 5 super simple things that us early career women can do right now to help drastically close that gap. Now, I'm 26 and I don't think I've checked my super balance in legitimately 5 years. I'm actually not 100% sure how many super accounts I even have. Oh, why, thank you. Let alone what fees I'm paying. So while I explain these tips, I'm actually going to be, well, fixing everything myself as well. 1. Contribute extra. Now, if you're an employee, your work should already be paying at least 10.5% on top of your pay into your super, but they may allow you to sacrifice some of your salary to boost that. This is important because they don't have to take out tax on that money first, so you end up getting more bang for your buck. Obviously, sacrificing take-home pay isn't going to be viable for everyone, but also remember that you don't have to add much to make a difference. Your super is being invested, and every dollar in your account when you're 30 should turn into $5 by the time you're 65. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to email Guardian's HR and ask them to pay an extra $40 per fortnight into my super, which is about 2% of the average 26-year-old's full-time salary. And just like that, for less than the cost of a delivery app meal a week, you could have an additional $86,000 in your super at 65. Now, if your employer doesn't salary sacrifice, then you can manually make super contributions too. Just go to your fund's website, set up a one-off or recurring deposit, and then claim it as a tax deduction at the end of the financial year. 2. Consolidate your supers. As you move from job to job, if you aren't actively giving them your super details, they may just be starting up a new account in your name every time. Super funds charge big old fees, so paying these on multiple accounts is a surefire way to drain your retirement savings. Luckily, the Australian Tax Office has a consolidation tool that takes like 5 minutes. Oh. Okay, so I actually do only have one account, which is surprisingly efficient of me. Now that I think about it, it's probably a Barefoot Investor article I read like 5 years ago is responsible for that one, but I'll take a win. 3. Take 5 minutes to see how your super fund is actually performing. Not all super funds are born equal, so you want to make sure you're actually getting a good deal. So I'm going to stay on the ATO's website, but go over to their comparison tool to see how mine's going. Ooh. Okay, mine's pretty good actually. The return on investment rate, which is part of what you should look at, is like above 6%. For me, it's probably not worth changing over my super fund at this point, even though the fees I'm paying are a little higher than normal. But if your super fund's performing more towards the middle of the pack, not giving you great returns, we're talking about tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in a few decades' time, so probably worth making the switch. 4. Check what you're being paid. So now we're changing from the ATO website to my own super fund page. And the first thing I'm going to check is if my employer's actually paying me the right amount, which sounds a little paranoid, but according to one recent report, Australians lost out on over $5 billion in employee contributions in a single tax year. So, and okay, they are. Okay, that's good, because otherwise this video would have become really awkward. And 5, check what you're paying for. Many funds will automatically opt you into things like life insurance and total disability cover and charge you out of your super. And it's not like it's necessarily a bad idea to have these. It's just worth taking the time to consciously sit down, think about your life circumstances, and decide what level of coverage you require. We're done, and have potentially just added hundreds of thousands of dollars to our retirement fund. I should probably work out how taxes and stuff work now, shouldn't I?